Toastmasters and guests. Over the past 2 weeks, my mom has been calling me for emotional support. Because her mom, my grandma, she has been hospitalized. She's been diagnosed with pneumonia and she's fighting for her life. The doctors are not giving her a good prognosis, and they have warned us to get ready for the worst. Grandma continues to receive this level of care. We all want her to move through this. But we are aware that Grandma is physically weak. She's already 98 years old. And life does not last forever. The situation is especially difficult for my mom because she has been very close to my grandma all her life. And it's been a long 77 years for her. I feel my mom's pain. My grandma, she's a very loving and kind person. When I was young, we used to share a bed. And sometimes I would have bad dreams. I would wake up, I would shake her and tell her how frightened I am. And she would turn around, hold me, and pet me, and tell me that everything is going to be all right. I would be so relieved, I would just relax and fall into deep slumber. Grandma gave me a feeling of assurance and safety in this world. The kind that I just want to bottle up and take with me through life. It's no wonder that my mother is going to miss my grandma's presence. Fortunately, I've been able to act as a source of comfort for my mom. I said, Mom, you're already doing the best you can do. There are some things that's beyond our control. The truth is, nothing lasts forever, and life moves the way it wants to move. At some point, we all have to accept that despite our best intentions, our plans and efforts, some things do not happen the way we want them to. That's when we need to take a step back and surrender. Surrender. Some people do not like this word. They think of it as admitting defeat and never getting ahead. We've all been taught from young that success is about setting goals, working hard towards them, to be persistent and never give up. To me, surrender does not mean that we should easily give up on our goals or condone the bad behavior of others. Surrender is our internal acceptance of challenges that show up in our lives. It's about making peace with whatever is happening externally, inside our hearts, so that we can act from a place of power. Of course, when we are facing difficult situations, it's very uncomfortable. When we've invested so much, when we've put so much of ourselves into going a certain path, and things are not turning out the way we want them to turn out, it's natural for us to resist it. It's natural for us to get upset. Unfortunately, these feelings of resistance only serve to block us off from our creativity and energy flow and keep us stuck. Life is hard enough. Why make it harder? When we surrender, we see that bigger picture. We free up our energy to make higher quality decisions. We become more creative. We are often afraid to surrender because we think that the change represents too much of a loss for us to bear, such as losing the companionship and the feeling of safety that my grandmother gave to us. But I've often found that when I surrender, when I'm able to let go of all expectations and focus on being peaceful internally, that's when I'm in touch. I feel really in touch with a greater power. And that's when I feel that I'm very creative and very energetic, and I can face all these challenges. That feeling that my grandma gave to me, that feeling of safety, of assurance, I can access it too in those quiet moments when I'm surrendered, when I'm at peace internally. Last night I talked to my mom again, and she sounded much more relaxed, and I can tell that she has surrendered to that situation. I don't know why things happen as they do. I will do my best for your grandma and trust that whatever happens is what is meant to happen. I'm going to be able to get through this. Maybe at this point you think surrender, you think it's a good move, but it's too difficult. Well, it's a muscle that can be built up. Just start small. The next time you find that something irritates you, instead of giving in to that impulse to react, why not take a step back, gather yourself and feel that peace, and then respond. Madam Toastmaster.